Hello there, good afternoon or good morning, whatever time of the day you're watching this bar chat, and welcome to the temporary bar. Normally, the bar is a room in our offices, and it's people often say, "Why is it called the bar?" We have bar chats and bar snacks, and they say, "Why is it called the bar?" Well, it's where we launch projects. We specialise in one of my businesses in how you define and mobilise programs of activity, programs and projects, because that very first part of a program is probably the most important bit. If you get the setup right, the rest becomes a lot easier and is much more assured. And we use what many people call a war room or a project room. And in our case, our framework for mobilizing programs is called Boost Start. It's a way of accelerating and assuring the mobilization of a program. Because it's called Boost Start, we have a Boost activity room, which is the bar. And several years ago, the term the bar was born, and we ended up having bar chats, bar snacks, bar staff, all sorts of activities around the bar, and so hence the bar was formed. Sadly, because of lockdown, I can't be in the bar at the moment, but that's fine. Lockdown is not too bad for us. The sun is shining. So my temporary bar is actually my sitting room. You may well meet the dogs in a minute. They may well be coming through or barking in the background. So in this series, we're looking at the commercial implications of both poor and good delivery, because they're significant. They can be very significant, whether you're actually delivering to your customers, where there's a revenue opportunity and there is revenue assurance and also cost management, or whether you're delivering internal projects that obviously have a cost related to them and a benefit, because there's a business case normally for them, or there certainly should be. So what I want to look at today is the impact of focusing on delivery in the right way. So focusing on your key decision making, your milestones, to enable faster delivery and therefore lower cost delivery. Every delay you have on a project is costing significant amounts of money in people, in time, etc. And so the more you can reduce that, the better. And I want to look at that in terms of how you track delivery and milestones in order to assure that delivery at worst happens on time, and at best happens faster than anticipated, releasing benefits earlier and reducing the cost of delivery, and therefore having a significant commercial impact. So let's have a look. I'll show you what I mean by the type of milestones that we would look to track. I'm going to go into our PPM platform, Perform, and I know that we've got some data in the Apollo program, so let's go and have a look in there. Now, this is what I'm talking about. When you have regular meetings that are tracking your projects, whether they're customer facing or whether they're internal, you really should be making sure you're spending significant amounts of time during that meeting assuring delivery. Don't just have general chats about how things are going. Actually look at the let me just get on here. So look at the flight path and challenges. So here we've got a 12-month view of this particular project. Don't allow yourself to get drawn into the trap of looking at 100-line project plans in Microsoft Project. I have nothing against Microsoft Project. It has a part to play. But when it comes to management and leadership of programs, it's far too detailed for the level of conversation you want to stimulate to generate faster decision making and tracking delivery. So here we've got the equivalent of what we call project on a page. And what I'm looking for here is these milestones, this flight path, and everything that I can do to challenge the organization. If a milestone is slipping, I want to see it immediately, because if I can see it immediately, I can respond to that, and I can either ask questions or I can go in and support and say, right, what are we going to do to get this back on track? How do we get that milestone back on track? It is not acceptable that we have a red milestone on a red rag milestone on an activity that should have been delivered a month ago, 3 months ago, has been delayed, still red, still not been delivered. What are we going to do about it? better, I want to be seeing that forecast delay in advance, like here. So here we've got organizational structure complete. We have a baseline milestone. It is delaying, but we've still got a month. I can recover that. I can recover that. If I step in, or I just want to make sure that the right people are stepping in to get that back on track. So I want to see at the next meeting that red, currently red-ragged milestone has been tackled. There is a back to green set of activities. And if I want to see what those back to green set of activities are, I want to see here a commentary that tells me what is the back to green plan. And if it's not there, I'm going to ask a question about it. But it's got to be concise enough for me to be able to engage with. So tracking that delivery, challenging those milestones, challenging delays, challenging the delivery flight path, the critical path, really can have a massive impact on your assurance and your certainty of delivery. If you deliver on time, as predicted, you're going to deliver according to the cost budget that you put down. So if we go to finances, here's our cost budget. You're going to deliver according to the cost budget that was promised to the business. And just as importantly, you're going to deliver to the benefit budget that was delivered to the business in the business case. If you deliver faster than anticipated, that will reduce the cost of delivery, creating an excess of money or a balance of money that is in your favor on the cost side, and it will release benefits earlier, which means you get also a positive balance on the benefit side. And all of that is money that goes straight to the bottom line, particularly the cost element. That goes straight to the bottom line because it is cost that has not been consumed elsewhere, and therefore it's immediately additional margin, additional profit. So the commercial implications of tracking those key milestones, these ones here, are absolutely crucial. And keep it simple. It really can make a big difference. Give it a go.
Thank you for coming to the bar chat today. It's been great to have you in the bar, and I hope you've enjoyed the topic we've been talking about. Now, if there's anything in this topic, if there's anything in this bar chat that's particularly resonated with you, or there's a challenge that you're facing with your portfolio or your program or your stakeholders or whatever it might be, then one of the things that I'm offering is a free private bar function. So you can either come into our very own bar and come and be a part of it, and I promise you there'll be a drink waiting here for you, or I'll come to you, or we'll have a phone call, and we can maybe kick the tires on over a bar chat on a challenge that you're facing internally with your program, portfolio, or whatever. If you want to do that, please take me up on the offer. I don't expect anything in return, and I really genuinely don't. You're very welcome to just click the link in the post on LinkedIn. There's a link in there. Connect and register, and we will be in touch to sort a private bar function out. Come and see me in the bar.